A year has passed since the attack on Israel. Hamas fighters killed some 1,200 and took more than 250 hostage, with tremendous repercussions for the entire region. Let's bring in historian Sara Yael Hirschhorn of the University of Haifa and the Jewish People Policy Institute. Good to see you again, Sara. 1 year on since October the 7th. In your view, what has been learned?
Well, I think some very historic lessons have been learned. No one year ago, 365 days ago, could have imagined the terror and bloodshed that took place on October 7th, but then further the grief and trauma that has really paralyzed the state of Israel since then. Today, at least 100 hostages are thought to still be alive and in captivity, held by Hamas. There is now a war on two fronts, both Gaza and on the Lebanese border. And Israel remains under threat from Iran, no least the attack with over 180 ballistic missiles last week. So 1 year ago, I myself could never have imagined the really truly historic chapter of Jewish and Israeli history that has been written over the past 365 days.
Can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere in Lebanon? One poll states that 56% of Israelis say they want a ceasefire to bring the hostages home. How do you assess the mood in Israel in regards to this years-long war?
Well, the mood today is very somber. The ceasefire deals have been repeatedly rebuffed by Yahya Sinwar and Hamas. There seems to be no clear path to liberating the hostages now, elderly, babies, women, children who have now been held by Hamas for 365 days. And there's no clear way other than some kind of military intervention to bring these people home. At the same time, Israelis are coming to the understanding that the operation in Gaza is essentially coming to an end, that most of the military objectives in removing Hamas from power and military armament have essentially been achieved, no less because Israel's attention now needs to be diverted to the northern border. There remains over 60,000 Israelis who are internally displaced refugees who cannot live in their homes anywhere north of Haifa, Israel, where I teach, because of constant rocket fire from Hezbollah. And Israel sees this as being the next front of the war. A very somber moment in observing the anniversary of October 7th, that this war has not come to an end. In fact, a new war seems to be beginning.
In terms of the ceasefire, Hamas says that it's Israel that keeps moving the goalpost. But as you mentioned, the war now enters another front in Lebanon. Has the October 7th attack not only become a war with Hamas, but also an opportunity to resolve in some way the unfinished business of Israel's war with Hezbollah in 2006?
Well, I think this is really a war that Israel has been waging against Iran and Iran's backed proxies beginning on October 7th. We should recall on October 8th, Hezbollah began firing missiles at northern Israel unprovoked in solidarity with Hamas in Gaza and their terrible and horrific attack on October 7th. So this has been a war that has expanded, but necessarily so because all of these fronts are linked to one major superpower in the region that is fueling the fire, and it continues to avow its desire to wipe Israel off the map, no less by its ballistic missile attack last week.
Thousands of pro-Palestinian demonstrators are expected to protest around the world today. In fact, they are protesting around the world today. Given the horrific nature of the events of October the 7th, how do people reconcile in Israel the scale of the killing and destruction in Gaza?
Look, I don't think there are any Israelis that look upon civilian deaths in Gaza and Lebanon with a blind eye or with a calloused eye. And all recognize the scale of devastation that has affected the entire region over the past 365 days. Yet, at the same time, I think many find it to be particularly heartless and brutal to be using that day to call for wiping Israel off of the map and to be celebrating the October 7th massacres while Israelis and Jews around the world mourn the destruction that took place on October 7th and continues to take place every day since then over the past 365 days.
I don't think it's a celebration of massacre. I think it's more a stance against the war that's going on. But we'll have to leave it there, Sarah. Really appreciate your insight today. Sara Yael Hirschhorn for us.